Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Life, Law, Bin. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're having a discussion with Jared Spencer about the Barbados Exhibition. So he's going to cover for us what it entails, what it doesn't entail, if there are any additional requirements, anything, etc. It's just going to be that kind of vibe. So Jared, tell us first of all about you, when you got the award, and where you study.
So I got the award back in 2016. It seems like ages ago. And then I took a year off from school just because I wanted to be able to figure out myself. And I knew that there were kind of financial restrictions on where I could go given the award that I got. So in 2017, I was able to, and I still do, attend the University of Nottingham. I'm going into my fourth year. I'm studying a master's program. And it's been a really cool and exciting journey, which would not have been possible without for the exhibition, you know. With regard to finances, what the exhibition kind of entails is, let's say you want to study something at any University of the West Indies campuses. They're going to pay for your entire tuition, and they give you a stipend or allowance which is specific to your campus. For some reason, I think that Trinidad is the most. They give you the most money if you go to Trinidad.
Okay.
So again, it's quite generous if you are choosing to study at the University of West Indies. If you then opt to study at a university that is not in the region, in the US or in the UK, anywhere in the world, they will give you the tuition that is equivalent to that of the University of West Indies if you were to do the course there. And that equates to something like 10,000 Barbados dollars. Which again is a lot of money, but if you put it in the context of university life in general, there are far more significant costs that I know that you covered in your scholarship video, but tuition fees, cost of living, clothing, travel, so it can be a bit daunting sometimes.
Yeah, I can understand that. What about maintenance fees? Is there?
No, there's no maintenance fees.
Okay.
It's every year at the start of the year you have to prove to them that you're still enrolled. Mm-hmm. And once you do that, and once you prove that you haven't flunked out of your examinations, then they will then transfer you $10,000 into the account that you choose. So they don't pay it directly to the university. You can choose to do whatever you want with that money.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what's been for me so far.
Okay, well that's interesting because I thought it was specifically going to the degree, but I guess it also gives people flexibility, I guess, to choose whichever avenue they think it's most beneficial to. So as it pertains to living in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
And studying in Nottingham, how is that experience been for you?
Man, honestly, I can say it's been an experience of a lifetime. I've made some incredible friends. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But one thing that kind of affected my mental health was the financial burden that I was kind of becoming on my parents. I'm growing up, 23 years old. They've been supporting me all my life. I just felt like the older that I get, the more kind of self-sufficient and independent I should be. Yet, there I was, waiting on the check to come in, the direct deposit to hit so that I can go out, so it can be daunting, and that's something that you should really take into consideration when thinking about wanting to go away, especially on an exhibition. My tuition fees is upwards of £20,000. Then you have lodging, and I think the biggest positive of going to the UK is the experience. You want to be able to experience everything, go do everything you possibly can, travel into Europe, go hiking, and sometimes you feel like you have to limit or restrict yourself because of finances, that's never a good feeling, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I could understand that because me being a Barbados scholar myself, you know, you feel like sometimes you are really strapped for cash and you are quite dependent on your family, you know, your parents, that kind of thing. So that actually leads me into the next question. Are there any other scholarships or anything that you would have benefited from when going to your university?
So this is actually like a question or like a topic that if you ask people, they could be really like sus about it because they want to keep the scholarships, and rightfully so. But there are so many scholarships out there. I'll say that, yes, there are a lot of scholarships, but it's not like I'll just get a scholarship, you know, they're not like waiting for you. You really have to do your research. The University of Nottingham had a Caribbean scholarship, which was for Caribbean international students. I was really lucky to get that scholarship, and that covers 50% of my tuition, and then I just have to cover the rest. But there are definitely opportunities out there. Chevening scholarship, so many different ones that you could kind of apply for and you know, be successful.
That's fantastic, because the reason why I you know, asked you about that is because sometimes we always limit ourselves to, you know, just going for that one specific scholarship, when really and truly you can possibly, I don't know, merge two scholarships together in order to put yourself in the best possible financial position.
Absolutely.
So just going, I'm gonna drag you back in time a little bit. When you got that exhibition, how exactly were you feeling? How was the process like in going in to get everything done, the paperwork, that kind of thing?
I didn't know. I guess it was like from a place of ignorance that it entailed so much. Like I needed to find two sureties. I had to actually put like my signature on papers. I just thought I got these ones, they're gonna give me some money and I'm gonna be about my business, you know. But that is definitely not the case. You have to go to the ministry. There's a lot of like legality to it that I was just not aware of, and I'm still not 100% aware of. I just knew that in order for me to get the money that I just, you know, earned from my academics, I had to go through these processes. And you touched on them a little bit in your first video, which is really cool. And yeah,
well, Jared, you know what? I just want to say thanks for coming and sharing this information. I know you definitely enlightened me, so I know that there are quite a few people that would have been happy to receive this information. So thanks a lot, Jared.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for shedding a light on something that is kind of like mysterious in a way, you know?
Definitely.
So I think that you're doing a really cool thing.
Thanks, Jared.